Today I'm going to show you how to calculate weighted averages. Weighted averages are used to calculate your grade in weighted classes as well as to get your grade point average. In chemistry, weighted averages are used to find the average atomic mass of elements. The average atomic mass is what the decimal value is in the periodic table for all the elements. So I'm going to go through two sample problems and then you should be good to go. They're not so bad. So this first problem here, find the average atomic mass of bromine. One isotope, so one version of bromine, has an atomic mass of 78.92 AMU. What AMU is atomic mass units. So it might be atoms, it might be molecules, it doesn't really matter. Just know that AMU means atomic mass unit. It has 78.92 AMUs and a relative abundance of 50.69%. So what this means is if you had 100 atoms of bromine, 50.69% of them are going to have this mass. The other major isotope, or version, of bromine has an atomic mass of 80.92 AMUs and a relative abundance of 49.31. Notice that these two percentages add up to 100. They always should. No matter how many different isotopes you have, the percentages should always add up to 100. The first thing you need to do for these problems is to turn your percent values into a decimal. You do that by moving the decimal two places to the left. So the first one is going to be 0.5069. The second one, two places, is going to be 0.4931. Okay, the next step is to multiply this decimal value by the mass that it went with. So this one goes with 78.92. Notice how I'm not changing anything about it. I just copied it right over. And this one's going with 80.92 AMU. Okay, so these I'm just going to punch in the calculator, but I did them ahead of time for us. 40.0045 and 39.9016.5. Next thing we do is add them up. So I'm going to add these up in the calculator. I get 79.906. So all of the atomic mass values in this problem have four significant figures. So I'm going to go ahead and round my answer to four significant figures. 79.91 AMU. So if you were to look up bromine on the periodic table, the decimal value underneath it should be really close to that, if not exactly this value. So let's try one more. This time there's going to be 3 isotopes available, but that's really all the harder you can make this. You can just make them have a bunch of isotopes. Pretty easy. So this time we're finding the average atomic mass of sulfur. 95% of sulfur has a mass of 31,972 atomic mass units. 0.76% has a mass of 32.971. And 4.22% has a mass of 33.967. Whoops, I forgot the U. AMU. So first thing we're going to do is turn our percent values into a decimal. So this guy's going to jump 2 places to the left to become 0.9500. This one, 0.0076. And this one, 0.0422. The next step is to multiply these by the masses they go with. So 95 goes with 31.972. Again, I'm not messing with the decimal in those values. The biggest mistake people can make is changing the decimals in the masses instead of the percentages. That's really it. This one goes with 32.971. And this one goes with 33.967 AMU. Next up, I'm just going to get these values in the calculator, which I got ahead of time for us. This one is 30.373. This one is 0.25057. And And this one is 1.4334. That one actually gives you quite a few values. Okay, add them up. You just add up all your values, and the calculator gives me 32.057. So all of the values in the problem for the atomic masses give me, they give me 5 significant figures. 3, 4, 5, they all give me 5. So this one actually has 5 values. 1, 2, yeah. So it's good as is. And that's it. That's how you calculate the average atomic mass of different elements. I will see you when we practice these in class.